Alton Towers have been keeping their new for 2025 ride under wraps, but have recently unveiled photos of the ride now built in the park. Lots of new and old roller coasters and rides across the world have had testing taking place, trains shown, layouts released, Muppets take it over, and some weird things are happening with Merlin Entertainments in leadership and in their parks. I swear every week the news gets bigger and better because all that and even more has happened this past week in theme parks. Welcome back once again to the best series on this channel, probably the only series, where we discuss worldwide news of what is going on in the theme park industry in the past week. And as I said at the start, there is so much going on, so be sure to watch till the end so you don't miss anything. And if you are new around here, then please be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers now, which is still mental me even saying that. So please, if you want to help towards that goal, it'd be greatly appreciated. So then, where do we begin this week's episode? There is genuinely so much to go through. I have a whole list in front of me of just names and rides to talk about. And looking at them all, I could probably talk about them for 7 years. First of all, the brand new launched wing coaster coming to King's Dominion in America. Rapterra has started testing, and as we know very well in this country with a certain Mandrill mayhem over at Chessington World of Adventures, that big Mandrill and Jaguar ride very much has a slight bounce to it. I say slight, has a very big bounce to it. And as much as this testing footage of Rapterra does look pretty cool, if you look closely enough on the launch and some of the elements, you can see the train already bouncing around. What has happened to B&M, man? They were like the smoothest, the best, and probably the most efficient ride manufacturer. And now they make Nemesis Rattleborn and Bounce Terror. But obviously, we can't say anything until we've ridden it, so you never know. It might be smooth as butter. Wrath of Rakshasa at Six Flags Great America has now got its track on site. It's a B&M dive coaster. I haven't actually seen this before I made this video, and it looks pretty cool. It's blue and yellow. Oh. The amusement/theme park Lagoon is building a brand new area with 3 different rides, and one of them has been revealed, Time Tinker. And that is a very cool looking Zamperla Nebulas. I just thought the name Time Tinker was hilarious. I don't know why. My brain is fried. But that should be opening very soon as well. An article has come out about Walibi Belgium and their wooden coaster Loop Garou, where there is apparently plans to make an Untamed 2.0. So pretty much they're going to RMC this wooden roller coaster. Finally! If you don't know, I have actually been to Walibi Belgium, and I did go on Loop Garou, and I will not be going on it ever again, unless it gets RMC'd, of course. It was just one of those jank wooden roller coasters that just was painful around every single corner, and I was literally saying when I was there back in 2022, they need to RMC this thing because it could make a pretty cool layout. And so they might be doing that. Amazing! And whilst we're on the topic of Walibi Belgium, how about we head over to Walibi Holland, over in the Netherlands, because they're getting 2 brand new roller coasters by RMC again. That park franchise has an obsession with RMCs now, in the form of a blue and green roller coaster called Yoy. What the hell is that name? Other than the name, the concept sounds really cool, and they've started building it. It's pretty much already built, I think. There's a family Raptor coaster and a thrill one that will duel together right next to each other, and I think it's going to be really, really cool to ride. The trains have been shown for the very first time, and they look like trains. One of the coaster trains of all time. I am genuinely really excited to ride that in 2025 because yes, unless it doesn't open before June, I am going to be going back to Walibi Holland to ride Yoy. And talking of places that I've been before and will be going back to next year, Disney Hollywood Studios over in Florida. That park, I've missed so much of it, by the way. I went before anything Star Wars or the new Toy Story Land. I'm fuming. But they have actually come out with the plans of a Monsters, Inc. area and a roller coaster, which we knew about probably, a few months ago or something. But randomly, in the past week, they announced the closure of Muppet Vision, which I'm actually not too sure what it was, but for some reason it has a whole fan base around it. Pretty funny. And that will be being removed to make way for this Monsters, Inc. land. So where would the Muppets go? Well, they're going to be taking over Rock and Roller Coaster. Probably the least likely place I thought they would go to. Yes, the famous Rock and Roller Coaster is being rethemed to the Muppets. I don't know whether to be happy or sad about that. I don't know. But also, over in Florida, a notice of commencement for work at Universal Studios Florida has been filed, and in it says the contractor for that project or for that work is Intamin, which we know is a manufacturer of many things. I mean, they're literally building a drift coaster at Universal Studios Hollywood. so could we get one at Studios Florida? Could this be a replacement for Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, which I have been on and I'm not that big of a fan of it? Well, I do like the fact you can listen to music on it though, but will that be going? Or will they be building an entirely new roller coaster somewhere else, maybe an indoor ride? God knows. I am not very knowledgeable on the American theme park industry, but seeing Intamin maybe working at Universal Studios is very exciting, as is Intamin working over here in the UK. Because as you may or may not know if you follow this channel already, which if not you should subscribe, the Intamin are going to be working at Chessington World of Adventures to create a brand new Minecraft themed indoor roller coaster. And we knew a few things from some consultations they did and some plans that were on the public documents online, but since then more plans have released and we actually know the layout of that roller coaster inside the building, and it looks a bit like this. But if you want to see that full layout and actually sort of me talking about the whole area and what we know already, then click there in the top right, because I talk about it more there, I promise. We may as well talk about it whilst we're here. Merlin. What's going on? Obviously, recently, they have been known to be closing quite a few attractions across the world, and they seem to be making a lot of different budget cuts. But last week we thought that. This week, they seem to be making many investments, because not only have we seen the Minecraft thing come across and the fact it's going to one park in the UK and the US, but they've also announced a huge investment using an IP that's going to roll out apparently across loads of their parks worldwide. And the first it's going to is Gardaland in Italy, the place that has the Oblivion sequel. Yes, that exists in real life. Yes, they are getting the Animal Treasure Island Water Boat Dark Ride. Is what they've described it as, and it does seem like a pretty good investment that may make its way to other Merlin parks. But that and Minecraft seems great. Not all is great though, because the CEO of Merlin Entertainments right now, Scott O'Neill, will be stepping down at the end of the year. So it's literally just one thing that's really good, and then why? What happened? I have no clue why he's leaving. I'm sure he'll give a reason at some point. But once that happens, someone will be replacing him. Fiona Eastwood, Merlin's current Chief Operating Officer. Yeah, again, Merlin, maybe not keep doing you. But guess who needs to keep being them at the moment? The Alton Towers Resort. And why on earth am I saying that they need to keep on being them at the moment? Well, it's because usually when a new ride is coming, they are very secretive with it. They don't really show too much. Even with Nemesis Reborn, when that was being built over closed season, we only really saw testing footage and nothing else. But this time with Project Ocean, they've actually been giving us sneak previews of the inside of the site with the ride actually built. And they posted this photo here, which you can see the two tall jet black arms, which look really, really cool actually. Although it does look extremely tall as well. Are we sure those pesky neighbours won't be infuriated by the tree line loss? But that does look really cool, and we thought that was the only one we were going to really get. A Phalanx communication came in, that was it. No. They gave us even more, because they released this photo right here, which shows the green gondola on the ride. And I can't lie to you, the green on it does look really cool. When we saw the sort of black and yellow hazard lines on the actual top of the arms, I was a bit curious as to how the green would fit in, but with that photo, I think it fits perfectly. You can see it's the flawless model and the double-sided model that we already knew. And of course, that shows even more. It is a top spin. The shoe will be getting eaten. I can promise you that.
Submit to the
shoe. Subscribe so you don't miss the shoe video.